Hello everyone, my name is Ronak.
Hi, and I'm Aparna.
Today's podcast session is dedicated to technology expense management. We are going to cover introduction to technology expense, common technology expenses for the enterprises, challenges of managing expenses, best practices, benefits of technology expense management solutions, vendors who are providing the services, and future of technology expense management. We are very excited to talk about TEMS today and hope it brings value to you. Throughout the podcast, we will refer to technology expense management as TEMS for simplification. Let's begin. Technology expense management is widely discussed these days in board meetings because with the steep rise in inflation every year, leaders have seen impacts on organizational technology costs and services.
Yes, and Rona, guess what? Today, industries are rapidly evolving and are exploring various options to up their game, while the constraints to achieve the goal within budgets are very, very important. Now, with accelerated digital transformation, AI, and automation, efficiencies have become paramount. To conduct businesses today, enterprises need tools, and you also need technology, including telephones, smartphones, tablets, laptops with cellular data plans. And there's a huge list of IT expenses that goes on and on. Now, to fight these costs, it is imperative for leaders to stay on the top of the enterprise's spending and explore optimizing costs while managing budgets through technology expense management. However, now let's just start by understanding what exactly is technology expense management.
Absolutely, Aparna. In the past, TEM solely referred to telecommunication expense management. When this was the case, a streamlined telecommunication solution was the primary technical concern for businesses. Now,
Yes.
businesses have expanded their scope due to emergence of new technologies, and they must account for much more than just telecommunication. Today, TEMS accounts for mobile device management, which includes smartphones, tablets, laptops, etc. Cloud service management includes AWS, Azure, Google Cloud, etc. Telecom expense management, which includes voice, data, and internet services. Software license management, which includes any software application that has been used by the enterprise. And hardware asset management, which includes computers, printers, servers, etc., which are used by employees.
Yes, and Ronak, just not only these, let us not forget other technology expenses as well, which, like, if I talk about internet expense management, that is huge. It has a significant expense for many businesses. Apart from that, business equipment management, not just telephones or other things, but there are scanners, there are multifunctional printers, which are very critical for business operations. Then there are diverse vendors, merchants, which are essential for business that accept payments from the customer for the services. Then we have energy charges, also cloud services charges as well, and not to forget the human resource and business services charges that are related to recruiting, training, and other employee-related costs.
Absolutely. And after understanding these expenses, I would assume comfortably they constitute at least 50% of any organization's
Yes.
total revenue, which is huge. Hence, it is of paramount importance to optimize expenses. However,
Yeah.
to do that, you need to first understand the various challenges posed by current expenses and how do we go about managing them. Would you like to throw some light on that, Aparna?
Yes. So over the time, Ronak, the list and amount of expenses not only gets longer as the technology hits the market, but the number of people within your organization as well who need the technology goes up. All of these things lead to complexity, and we all know that if anything is complex, that complexity leads to errors. Now, when we talk about expenses, even the market research report says that 85% of the invoices, for any invoices, those have mistakes and cost business upward of 12 to 20% of overspending every month. So here we should think of eliminating these manual errors. So for example, achieving an edge in unified communication expenses has become critical along with surging cloud expense. Now, all of these things have pushed enterprises to come up with solutions for the prevailing challenges that we just discussed. There are several other challenges as well which are faced by the organization that has built the need for thinking around technology expense management. Now, these could be like diversified services, or management of increasing list of carriers, providers. There could be a lot of billing issues if you have discrete vendors. Lack of manforce is also one of the reasons. Contract management, inventory management, and vendor management is, trust me, a very, very complex thing to do, right?
Yeah, that's correct. And even work from anywhere has created unique challenges with major compliances and security risks. With each passing year, organizations face the challenge of staying up to date with technology, all while balancing expenses, equipment needs, and maintaining their bottom line. Today, every type of product and service is being transformed by software, then supercharged by connections. As a result, businesses are moving away from buying assets and putting stock in a phenomena, which is everything as a service.
Absolutely. And with this ever changing future of technology, Ronak, if we put it simply, technology expense management solutions, they help business maintain an actionable picture of all their technological assets as well as services. Now, this includes everything an asset might require, from its acquisition to its deployment to maintenance throughout its life cycle and finally to its retirement. Now, this also includes managing contracts, as I already spoke, with providers or servicing or monitoring the usage and bill payment. In short, Ronak, TEMS services allows an enterprise to work smarter by just centralizing and simplifying complex tasks.
And you're absolutely right, Aparna. Through different ways, enterprises can easily manage technology expenses. Technology expense management for order analysis, usage analysis, ongoing spend management, etc. Manage mobility services for managing full life cycle of organizations' mobile programs for device procurement through retirement. SaaS expense management by enabling complete visibility of subscription spend, utilization, management of enterprise applications, etc. Not only these, but technology expense management or TEMS can also help address inventory and contract management issues while benchmarking and forecasting support. Other benefits of TEMS include M&A integrations, career performance management, service disruption prevention, benchmarking, RFX enablement, which includes RFP, RFI, etc., and code to install cycle time reduction.
Of course. And with all these advantages, Ronak, organizations will never want to go back to using spreadsheets to manage their costs again. All of the moving parts can be simplified and optimized by using a TEM provider who is an expert in the field and knows how to cut costs and optimize technology expenses for the enterprise. Here, we see many leaders who are the providers in this field. And to name some, those are Tango, Calero MDSL, Simple, IBM M Taurus, AOTMP. And here, Tango is leading the pack. Also, when we are talking about the providers, let's also discuss some of the technology expense management solutions, their advantages basically. So as you already spoke about mobile device management, here through TEM solutions, we can very easily organize and manage mobile devices by automating certain tasks like device setup, updates, and security. When we drill down to cloud service management, through TEM, we can help organizations monitor their cloud usage and identify cost-saving opportunities on their cloud part. When we talk about telecom expense management, so we know that sometimes costs the organizations a lot because there are sometimes unused devices which are being built, and there are several other reasons. There are some contract negligencies, or there are some billing errors. So through TEM solutions, which is technology expense management solution, we can help organizations manage their telecom expenses by tracking the usage, negotiating for the contracts with the vendors, and by, of course, optimizing the plans. Hardware and software license management can also be easily done through technology expense management by identifying unused licenses, and for hardware asset management, basically by identifying underutilized assets, which is very, very important because assets are not utilized properly, but are billed very properly. So these things can be helped, these things can be sorted out through technology expense management while also optimizing the procurement processes.
And absolutely, not only these, on the internet expense management side, You can track the usage, optimize the plan, negotiate with vendors, etc. On the business equipment management side, you can again track usage, identify underutilized assets, optimize procurement process, etc. On the merchant and the vendor services, you can track the transaction fees, optimize payment processing, negotiate with vendors. On the energy services side, you can help analyze energy usage, identify opportunities to reduce consumption, and negotiating with energy suppliers. On the cloud side, again, tracking the usage of the cloud services, optimizing plans, identifying cost saving opportunities, etc. And on the human resources business services side, you go about optimizing HR processes, negotiate with vendors, etc. So it's a complete package that you get with TEM solution.
Yes. And if I have to like put it in short terms, the overall solution benefits for the technology expense management would be reducing overspending, of course, improving vendor management, which is very critical, automating the manual processes to eliminate any sort of manual error, optimizing the usage to understand if there are any underutilized assets, ensuring compliance is of paramount importance, if I may say, because ensuring compliance is very, very important. And then leveraging data analytics to get incisive insights or to get insights for strategic decision making. And yes, so in short, these are the benefits or advantages of using technology expense management.
Definitely. And we can confidently say that TEMS could be used for building real-time IT inventory, gathering bills, identifying overcharges, searching for contract violations, optimizing telecom environment to save, negotiating with vendors to get a better deal.
Yes, Ronak. And to sum up here, it is very imperative for organizations to understand that adding new technology is vital to keeping a competitive advantage, right? But it can be very tough to manage all of the subscriptions. So here, technology expense management will help them in optimizing the IT spends, simplifying their IT and finance processes and operations, while also taking care of their security and compliance. So it is a complete package for any organization or an enterprise to go ahead with to optimize cost as well as scale growth.
Absolutely. And I hope listeners have learned a lot of value of managing technology expenses. And with that, we just want to say thank you for listening to us today, and see you in the next podcast where we deep dive into more exciting and relevant topic for the leaders, organization, entrepreneurs, etc. Feel free to write us for any questions and suggestions. Thank you.
Thank you.